We have reached a point in time where patriarchy is crumbling. But if you don't understand what it is, then you can't effectively rise from the ashes of it like a phoenix. And that's what I want every human to be able to do. The most important thing to understand about patriarchy is that it is not a gender or a sex war. It's not about men versus women at all. And in fact, that's what they want you to think. That's a very simplistic understanding of what patriarchy is. And as long as you think that's what it is, you'll never look deeper and you won't understand what's being done. The patriarchy is just a system designed to drain you of your power. Literally, it's a system of institutions that all work together, designed to keep you from knowing what your energy is and how much it's capable of. So let's talk about the West. Our way of life is very much based on the physical, on trying to survive, because life itself is about thriving. If you look around the way that nature works, and we're trained to think we're not nature, but we are, the way nature works is very effortless. Trees grow, rivers flow. There's a beautiful symbiosis, like a symphony to everything. That's the natural world, the world of creation. What we're living in is the built world, the world of production. Anybody who's been paying attention since they were small has felt this dissonance. It's kind of like, when you're going to school and you're not sure why, to get a job and you're not sure why. I always thought it was really bizarre that, food grows in fields. It's raised by farmers, and then we buy it at the supermarket. Anyone who can feel the flow of life has always noticed the incongruency. It just doesn't vibe with the way that we live in the West. Speaking of vibe, this is a very rough version of the vibrational scale. If you haven't seen this before, everything in the known universe vibrates. Everything you can see, everything you think, feelings, everything has a particular vibration. It's the rate at which its particles or energy waves move. At the dense part of the scale, that's the bottom. This is where matter or emotion is heaviest. The emotions associated with the bottom of the scale are fear, grief, shame, anger. They increase in frequency as you get to the top. They also increase in positivity. This at the very top is love, joy, and peace. Already, if you compare the vibrational scale to the way that society operates, which side of the scale is it on? Like it's so obvious. It's the bottom. This is how we're meant to live. This is how we are raised to live. This way of life is very common, but it's not normal. Here's why this matters. If you have been trained to live at this frequency where this is your cap, you're at a low vibration. That means you might not even know that this vibration is possible. Your vibrational frequency is a personal thing. So you actually have a dominant vibration. Society also has its own dominant vibration. Often they match, which is why we can't see how much of a problem this is. If most people have been trained to be at a low vibration, and that low vibration matches society's low vibration, how do you notice that? This is the world of production, and this is the world of creation. So anybody who does anything in life that looks exceptional, write a book, compose music, it generally has to do with self-expression and art, even entrepreneurship. People who really dig in and live are not living at this vibration. They're living at this vibration. This is the power that they don't want you to know you have. Because once you unlock the ability to create, to live at the soul level, you no longer want or need to produce stuff for the patriarchy. Your power is and always has been creation, not production. And that really pisses the patriarchy off. because they don't have power of their own. Power is energy. Energy can't be created or destroyed. So since they can't create any of their own, they need you to do it for them. And if you're living up here, they've lost you. Because your freedom exists at this vibration, the West, the patriarchy, whatever, has to keep you at this vibration. It's your energy that keeps them in what looks like a position of power. This part is critical because when you know what power is and you know how it's taken, you know how to take it back. It's our shifting awareness of the importance of energy that is causing the patriarchy to quake in its boots and crumble as we speak. Energy is everything. Everything is energy. And every single thing we do is an energetic exchange. Now, our energy is our currency, and our means of exchanging this currency are money, physical energy, time, and attention. If you're having a conversation with someone, you're exchanging time and attention. If you have a coach, let's say, you might pay them money for them to give you time and attention. If some kid mows your lawn for money, they're giving you their physical energy and time, and you're exchanging money. You see what I'm saying? Everything works and flows like this on the principle of reciprocal exchange. Now, there is one form of this currency that the patriarchy wants you to believe in above all others, and that's money. If you believe money to be the most important currency, and you believe the patriarchy to be the source of this currency, usually by being your employer, what they have is your attention. Because the patriarchy knows very well that it can only take this from you when it has this from you. Your attention is your true currency. Every single other type of currency flows from this. Where attention goes, energy flows. You will naturally rise in vibrational frequency if your attention is on higher frequency things. This is happiness. This is fear. This is energy. This is physical stuff. The way the patriarchy literally capitalizes on your attention is by keeping you in fear about money. News reports about taxes going up, how hard it is to get housing. They want to distract you with this story of fear because that keeps your vibration low. That keeps you controllable. The patriarchy's craziest secret is that money is just energy like any other energy. So if you are in fear around it, you will make less. If you relax and expand your energy, you are also expanding your ability to attract more money as well. The reason they don't want you to know that is because that would break your reliance on system as source. The system wants you to think that it is the source of energy. It is not. But as long as you're at a low vibration, you won't be able to see that that's not true. As long as you believe that money is hard to come by and it's hard to survive, you'll continue producing stuff for them. If you think this has been a wild ride so far, buckle up because once you see this, you cannot unsee it ever. You will see it everywhere. I promise you. So, under the dying paradigm of patriarchy, our human value has been reduced to the esteemed privilege of either being a producer yourself or in producing more producers. Basically, the patriarchy wants you constantly making it money. So the way that they've done this from men is base a man's worth on his salary. That keeps him working for you, spending his time, his attention, locked in at work. He doesn't have time to create. He doesn't have time to think about his own energy, to rest, to take care of himself. He's always working. For women, that historically has been in raising more producers. Now, this has shifted over the years. Women have woken up to the fact that this is not a power position. So in that case, they've just been sold the same ideals as men. Okay, so then climb the corporate ladder. Basically, everyone's attention is enslaved. Nobody has time or the ability to self-actualize. And this is why the patriarchy, the West, whatever, the system is so obsessed with the gender binary. I don't even want to call it the gender binary. It's actually the biological sex binary because gender is a construction, it's a social construction. And that's a story for another day. But the important thing to note is that these historically have been the options. Once you've taken your power back, you can see that you have many, many more options, infinite ways to create your life. So, how do you take your power back? These are the elements of exchange for your life force energy. You start to reclaim those elements one by one, starting with this one. You take back your attention, you take back your energy. What you focus on expands. Where you put your attention is literally where your life will be created from. Since we're trained to follow a model of sacrifice where there's no freedom, what we need to do is shift from putting our attention on what we can produce to what we can create. Because creating aligns with the vibrational scale on feelings that are pleasant, things that feel good. Starting to ask yourself the question, what do I want to do instead of what should I do, will already shift your vibration into a higher realm. Literally ask yourself right now, what would it feel good to do? And this doesn't have to be huge, it starts small. What did you like doing when you were a kid? What did you used to do just for the fun of it, for the joy of it? Reinvigorate your life with some of those things. When you shift your attention to things that feel good, you are reclaiming your energy because you will end up spending time on yourself, on things that you love, saving your physical energy because you're allowing yourself to rest. And when you find what you love to do that doesn't feel like work, you align with a way to make money from it too. You literally create freedom by focusing on the feeling of freedom, on the things that bring you joy, and for the love of creating them. Trust that you have the means to survive. So now you have the option to thrive. At the end of the day, the important thing to remember is that although we live in a society built on patriarchy, it's within a world that's constructed of a much higher power, an intelligent order. Science and spirituality agree that we are governed by an energetic force that's far beyond what we've seen in the physical. So, as convincing as this propaganda has been, this is a very old story, and we are getting wise to it. So, the opportunity you have every single day is to choose where to place your attention on the dying fear frequency fantasy of the patriarchy or on the higher intelligence of the universe, on beauty, on trust, on love, and to allow this frequency to unfold in your life. Because if you shift where you place your attention, you are shifting where you place your trust. Your life will ultimately be built on whatever source you believe is building it. And when your energy is in alignment with the source energy of all creation, anything and everything are possible. So I can't wait to see what you create with your life. If you've had any aha moments from this video, or if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me, and I'll see you next time.